Your Honor, respectfully, we acknowledge receipt of the complaint, ask that its reading be waived, enter a plea of not guilty to all of the charges.
People in Paterson have been mourning the loss of Genesis Rincon all week. The 12-year-old was shot in the head over 4th of July weekend while riding her scooter. Earlier in the week, Genesis's family allowed her organs to be donated, saving 5 other lives. For days, police didn't have a suspect, so it seemed like justice might actually be in the works when 19-year-old Jhymiere Moore turned himself in to police. But today was an emotional day in court. As soon as Jhymiere Moore walked in shackles, Genesis's mom broke down and just immediately left the room with a few other people. As for Jhymiere, he kept quiet throughout the proceeding. He was very respectful of the judge and the other officials conducting the proceeding. But it came as a huge shock when Jhymiere's attorney, Harley Breite, announced his client was pleading not guilty.
We acknowledge receipt of the complaint, ask that its reading be waived, enter a plea of not guilty to all of the charges.
Moore's attorney spoke and explained his client turned himself in because he'd heard around town that he was the target of this investigation and didn't want to hide from police. In fact, he said that they have the wrong guy and that Moore was in no way involved.
Do you have any idea how police singled him out on these charges?
I do not. I anxiously await that information, and when the prosecution feels that the time is proper, they will reveal that to me.
You know, part of the takeaway is that when the community rallied, you had more than 500 people turn out, and that kind of pressure that they put on the community led to a person turning himself in and arrest. And I think if there's a silver lining, it shows that folks have not lost complete control of their communities. And as far as the charges, that doesn't really surprise me. I think that he responded to the pressure, and that's their tactic. You know, maybe he didn't do it.
We have to be careful. I mean, this is just a 19-year-old kid. What I think we could see happening is a community just desperate for answers. And this young man has every right to an attorney, every right to a defense. As unfortunate as it is, because we want an answer for Genesis, this is America.
You are obviously innocent until they prove that you're guilty, and this is a process that's going to take some time. Michael, I understand there's an update. New charges have been filed in the murder case of 12-year-old Genesis Rincon.
The Passaic County Prosecutor's Office has filed new charges. Jeffrey Ellerby, 21 years old, of Paterson, has been charged with 1 count of first-degree murder and 2 counts of weapons charges. Another person, Marsha Anthony, he's been charged with 1 count of second-degree possession of a weapon for an unlawful purpose and 1 count of second-degree unlawful possession of a weapon.
We'll continue chasing this as the story develops.